Ooh. Who we got in the building? JP, Eric JQ, what it do? Nathan, Keno, big homie Coop. What up, KB? Appreciate you, K-Dub. Kwamel, appreciate you, man. Ben Israel, welcome home, man. Welcome home. Welcome home. Movie was fire. Super Bros, man. You know it's all love. Thank you guys for the support, man. You guys have been tremendous this weekend. Thank you for the support. It is just astounding, man, when you just put out the product and the people believe in you, man. Thank you so much. So much. And while we thinking about it, we're going to play the trailer. If you haven't bought the movie, man, come on. What you doing? What you doing?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done. It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No, don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own community. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing around.
You already know, man. Thank you guys for the early support. I genuinely appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. So much. It's been so real. You bought it twice, big homie Coop. I love it. I love it. Give it to a friend, man. Thank you so much, man. I put everything I had into that, man. I wanted every moment of that film to mean something. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, man. Keep spreading the word, man. It's important that that we watch this film and reclaim our power. You know, we got to reclaim our power. You know what I mean? We just gotta keep on keeping on. And I just want to say thank you, guys. You bought it 10 times? Good. I'm glad. Anyways, man. David Benavidez, man. Well, first let's hang out for a second. David Benavidez, man. I didn't watch the undercard fights. I didn't watch ESPN. What else? Oh, the Florida part. Yeah. The Florida part. Yeah, that was fun. Shooting that whole process, it was really, really fun to do it, man. And I'm gonna piss off the Fofax with that one. Man, we gotta be held accountable, man. At the end of the day, gotta be held accountable, man. And we have the power. I don't like that shit, man. Where we say the white man is doing it. Y'all gotta tell me who the white man is. Because if you could tell me who the white man is, then we can rally around them and just go get him. And once we knock him out, we'll be free. Who is the white man? You know what I mean? Keep on saying the white man holding me back. I'm going to say this. When I played sports in high school and college, and when we traveled on the road, we knew that the disadvantages we were going to have. We knew that we wasn't going to get no calls. We knew that the crowd was going to make us feel uncomfortable. We knew we was going to be in a smaller locker room, especially in high school, man. You getting dressed in like a closet. You know what I mean? You knew you wasn't going to have a whiteboard. You knew they wasn't going to put a marker in your coach's locker. You knew quite possibly they'll change the time of the game. All sorts of things could go wrong, you know. They give you warm water, whatever the case may be, right? We understand the competitive disadvantages in sports. We accept it in sports, right? The greatest example I can give right now is Devin Haney. We understand Devin Haney has a competitive disadvantage right now. We understand it, and we still move forward. Devin didn't get on the plane and come back home, right? He didn't stay home with his father. He accepted the competitive disadvantages and went over to Australia, right? We understand that, right? Now, how about we do that in our real life? How about we accept the competitive disadvantages we have in real life? Any government building, we have a competitive disadvantage. Stay out of those government buildings. And you got to understand it from the female perspective and the male perspective. Don't commit a crime. Stay out of the judge's face. And when people say, oh, it's because of the white man I committed this crime. How? Who told you to hit somebody, sell drugs, run away, rob the bank? How is that? Because the pride in us don't want to start from the bottom. Don't want to start way, way, way behind the competitive advantage. We understand it in sports, but we can't understand it in real life. We got to make all this make sense. This is 2022. We understand the games that they play. We understand systemic oppression. We understand that crack cocaine was here in the 80s. That was 40 years ago. We got to understand that the pendulum swings different for us. But you know what our problem is? We love the white man. We love him. We love that man so much that we beg for a job from him. We celebrate being signed by him. We give him all our talents. And then we say the white man is holding us back. Imagine Jamie Foxx. Who else? Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington, LeBron James. Who else? They're benefiting from it, right? They're selling their talents for a wage. I'm not knocking them, but I'm giving you guys the facts. No way am I knocking these men. I'm just giving you guys the facts. We complain about oppression, but we sit front row at the Oscars. We complain about oppression, but we sit front row at the Grammys. We complain about oppression, but the mother and the father go to court for what's that shit? Child support. We got to pick a fight. We got to pick a side of the fight too. We can't go left, right, left, right. What's that game? Left, right, center, left, right, center, left, right, center. Can you believe a husband and a wife? Excuse me, because you may not have been married, and some people don't get married for business reason. I understand that. Or some people are atheists, don't believe in God, don't believe in that. A mother and a father are fighting over custody of their child that they created together. Are you serious? Think about this. Think about it. Y'all chose to lay down, get naked, have sex, and now you're fighting over custody of the child. Is that the white man's fault? Is that the white man's fault that the mother and the father are fighting over custody of the child? Because when you laid down and created the child, you understood completely the competitive disadvantages you were going to have. You know you can't go sit in front of the judge and get child support. You know you can't sit in front of the judge and beg him for custody. You know you got to work that out on your own. You know you should sit in front of big grandma. You know you should sit in front of your grand uncle, your grandfather, and just hash it out. Whether it takes a week to get there, a month to get there, a year to get there, but someone got to digress and let cooler heads prevail so the conversation can happen. But we steady fighting and then stand in front of the white man and allow him jurisdiction over our home. Think about this. Every time you go into a state and federal building, you give the white man credence or jurisdiction over your home, over your domain, over your kids, over your life. You mean to tell me two adults who had consensual sex to conceive a child can't sit down pragmatically and have a conversation about raising the child that they created? You need a white man, you need a judge to tell you only can see your child on Wednesday? Make this make sense. I don't understand that. It's the white man's fault. He kicking the fathers out of the home. We are 64, 36 plus 22. We are 56 years, let's say 65. Since it's Malcolm X, 1965. Happy birthday again to El-Haj Malik El-Shabazz, most notably known as Malcolm X. Happy 97th birthday. So let's say 56 years, 57 years. We are 57 years removed away from overt systemic legal oppression. We just gonna say legal. I have quotation marks. You guys can't see, right? That means your grandmother, your mother, and now you. So we are the third generation removed from 1965. We're the third I am the third generation. I got my grandfather. My grand aunt is still alive. She's 90 years old. She's the matriarch of my family. Then you have her sons, which is the generation of my mother. And then you have me and my cousins. When I look back, I see how crack and drugs and gangs affected my family. So why can't we say, you know what? How about we do this? How about we make an adjustment? Systemic oppression ain't going nowhere because we let them in. We literally opened up the door and let them in. So I just can't fathom that. I can't fathom how we need the white man to tell us how to run our family. Don't get it. And I don't care what nobody say. A piece of a JJ should not separate you from your family. I'm talking to the men. Nothing. If you got kids, no piece of a JJ should separate you from your family. You either got to be the greatest magician in the world and hide it, or you got to have a conversation. Either the two. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of it, you know? Always make sound decisions when you have family, man. You know? Make those sound decisions. It's just incredibly, incredibly important, man. And like I told you guys, part of the reason why I have this show, it just kills. I intentionally have it at this time. It keeps me home. It keeps me in the house because I'm a man that has absolute freedom. You know what I mean? I have the ability to go as I please. I have to, and there's just trust there, you know. And I'm home before dark every night, as you guys know, because it's 7:30 in LA, you know. And I want it to be that way, and I choose to have it this way. You know, 95% of the time you won't see me out at midnight. Not anymore. You know, so you got to know your weaknesses. You got to know who you are as a person. You know, but I don't understand when the black man, since I'm a black man, I'm gonna speak as a black man, sits in front of a judge and begs to see his kids. I don't understand it. I don't understand how the mother, I'm using mother because Dre is not black, but I don't understand how the mother can allow it. Many of y'all have black mothers of your kids. I don't know how the judge got in the middle of that. I don't understand it. I really, really don't. The government in 2022 does not kick the father out of the house. It doesn't. How? You can make just as much money online as you can with what's it called? WIC and Section 8 and whatever the case may be. Be creative. But it's time for us to accept our responsibilities, man. It's time. You know, I saw, matter of fact, I'm gonna play it. This video disturbed me, man, so much, man. And I posted it intentionally because it's a problem that we have. This shit. Look at I'm not gonna play it because it got music, but I want y'all to see this. Oh, play the too short clip. Yeah. I want y'all to see these kids as well. I'll get there, KP. Appreciate you. A black man taught them this. A black man taught these kids how to act like this. In 2022, what white man taught these kids how to carry guns? Hip hop has been since the 80s. Hip hop has been around for 40 years. What white man is teaching them? Help me find a white man because I want to go get him. What white man told Snoop Dogg to put on that Crip outfit, say Crip, 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 Crip walk with hundreds of men with prison uniforms on? Are you foreshadowing? Look at this. Mr. Steinberg taught them to carry guns and do this? Or was it Meek Mill? I'm using him as an example. I don't know if Meek Mill got guns in his videos. Or who does? Who does? I don't even know. Who does? NBA Youngboy, right? Is this NBA Youngboy? Look at this. Is this the white man's problem or is this our problem? I don't think this is the white man's problem because I understand my competitive disadvantages. Let me open up these phone lines, dog, because this is literally giving me we may not even get to David Benavidez today. We started off hot, you know. Whose fault is it? Like, I want to know whose fault it is. Young Thug. If he's guilty, he needs to go to jail for a long time. Conspiracy to kill a black man. Lock him up. We don't need him on the streets. Let him do his 10 to 15 years. Phone lines are open. I just want to know, whose fault is it? When are we going to accept accountability? We are 40 years away from the crack era. We are 40, from 80 to 88, the Reaganomics, right? DARE, the DARE programs, and Just Say No to Drugs. Remember Nancy Reagan? Remember all those commercials? I'm 44, so I remember those commercials, right? I understand it. I accept that. I 100% accept it. I am not denouncing it. I am 100% accepting the fact that we are at a competitive disadvantage. Like I said, we'll accept the competitive disadvantages and sit in front of a TV and be entertained, right? Dallas Mavericks are playing the Golden State Warriors right now. We accept Golden State is at a competitive disadvantage. They're playing in Dallas, right? 17,000 fans rooting against them. They're not sleeping at home. You know, they may not get a call. The NBA really wants to extend the series, right? They don't want Dallas to get swept. We understand this. Why we don't accept this in real life? Every Saturday, you cut a TV on, you accept the competitive disadvantages from the red corner to the blue corner. Last night, you accepted the competitive disadvantages. David Benavidez had a 4.5 reach advantage. He was fighting in his hometown, sold out show. He's 6 feet. David Lemieux has been off 4 years since June 21st. And David Benavidez has been far more active. Who does PBC and Showtime want to win? You knew that before you cut the TV on. Am I right or am I wrong? So let's just keep it square biz, man. What's up, Rashawn? How you feel, brother?
Bro, that's the same thing. I'm not even done. Like, I just kind of jumped in. I was listening to what you was just saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, I tell you, I train my son all the time, bro. His first little amateur fight, same exact thing. We drove down to Madeira for an event that is being held by a team called Gonzalez Boxing. And we fighting their son at their event, you know? So you can only imagine the environment, bro. It's like, you know, we all overwhelmed. I just drove down thinking, oh, it's a little kid competition. Shouldn't be that competitive. Oh, they were competitive. They were, right. They were extremely screaming for him. How do you think that makes people feel? It's a disadvantage for sure, is my point. You're absolutely right. It messes with your mental game. And these are kids, bro, by the way. My son's 9. So you can only imagine how that affects him when everybody's cheering for that person. And it's like, you should start feeling like, yeah, there's no point in this. But yeah, that was a great fight. David Lemieux has a lot of heart, man. He really showed a lot of heart. But like you said, too many disadvantages, bro. Too many disadvantages. David Benavidez is bigger than him, stronger than him. And like David hit him a couple of times. He took it. He just and I'm getting, you know, confused. I keep saying David and David, you know.
Yeah, but we get what you're saying. Lemieux and Benavidez. Even the announcers had problems with it last night.
No, I was sitting there, you know, just cheering for him. I'm all confused. I'm cheering for David and David, you know, because it was funny, you know. I wanted David Lemieux to crack him. I wanted to see what was gonna happen, you know.
He did crack him.
And he did, and he ate it. And I'm like, oh shit, David's a monster, guys. Because you know, like my kids, once again, they ain't never see David Lemieux. They think he's a loser. I'm like, hey, there was a point. David Lemieux, he's one of them dudes who knock people out. You know, there's people who stop people, TKO, you know, the referee jump in there. And then there's people who hit people Wilder style and literally knock them out. David Lemieux is a puncher, bro. He put people to sleep.
He knocked that black kid out from New York His mom thought he was dead. Yeah, Curtis Stevens. Mom thought he was dead.
I showed my son that fight, and they had to put him on the stretcher and carry that man out, and he did not move for a long ass time. They were showing his mom. We just watched it because I wanted them to know who David Lemieux was before we watched that fight. So they showing his mom in the crowd while the fight's going on. It was competitive, and then boom, like he got that type of power where it was like he'll turn your lights out, and like Curtis was laying there for a good. Like he had to get carried out on the stretcher. He never got the fuck up, and that was scary. It was like scary power, and that's not the first time he's displayed that. He knocked out, what's that guy's name? Gary O'Sullivan from the UK. I mean, not saying he's just real tough, but that's still a first round. He hit that guy. He didn't want to fight no more. It's like, so David Lemieux is a puncher. We knew that, and David Benavidez, he took it and just mowed that man down like a damn lawnmower.
Absolutely.
Like he's a monster, man. Like, and I don't see Canelo wanting to fight him. It's the same, low-key, it's the same competitive disadvantages. He's smaller than him. He's damn near the same height as David Lemieux. When you start to really picture it, I can see Canelo leaping in the same way. Trying. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. I teach my son, man, if you fighting somebody that's shorter than you, they got to try to jump in to hit you. Right. And David, I'm assuming David Benavidez is smart enough to realize that shit. Canelo's arms are shorter than yours. And with that speed and power that he's got, you just got to time that little motherfucker. He'll run right into it. Just stick that shit out there like a pole. You know what I mean? He'll run right into that shit. And that's up for him to figure out. And that's why David Benavidez has really been having a good advantage against these people because he understands these things. You put him in there with people shorter than him, that's what's going to happen,
Right.
So, like, and I said to you the last time we talked, Charlo needs to just stay the fuck away from that. He shouldn't have let them take him on that damn show and get him to say, yeah, I'll fight him. Hell no. Styles make fights. It's just not a good fight. He's too fucking flat-footed. He's too flat-footed. And unless Charlo could really punch this motherfucker and hurt him, but like we just talked about, we seen David punch him. David's a puncher, bro. Does David Lemieux punch harder than Charlo?
No, I would say Lemieux punches harder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lemieux has more power than Charlo. So there that goes, man. There it goes.
More twitchy. He's definitely more twitchy.
But I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here real quick. I'm trying to, work at the same time. But I had to get on here and answer your question real quick because I was listening to you. Dog. All right, bro. You have a good day.
Appreciate you. Hold on 1 second. I got a call. Make it quick, D. All right, I'm back, man. I apologize. I got to book these interviews because I got to promote the show. So that someone called me to book the interview. So I got 2 interviews coming this week. Champion Heart, what's up, man? Champion Heart, all of self-accountability, but when is a perpetrator who caused the trauma held accountable? How you gonna hold them accountable? The only way, see, in reality, the only way to hold him accountable is to get away from him. You can't physically beat him up. Voting doesn't work, and we still give him the talent. So from a how how you hold him accountable as an individual, because we won't do it as a group. We will not do it as a group. You create some financial resources. You create the mindset in your home, and you create the mindset in your home, and you raise your kids that way. I don't see how we can defeat this system as a group right now. I really, really don't, because 90% of Black people still will vote Democrat, man. You know what I mean? I understand your sentiment, and Champion Heart. I believed in that. I believe we got to attack him 7 years ago. I believed in that. I really, really believed in that. But now I don't believe it. What's up, KP? Can't hear you. You on mute. I'm gonna leave that up because I think that's an important topic. Because
yeah, I'm back.
I appreciate it. Go ahead. What's up?
That's a good question by Champ, but it just takes it away from the personal accountability from home. There's a mission statement in my church to see individuals, families, and communities transform from the inside out. You start with an individual, which you most likely be the father. The father influences the family influences the community. What you found is, during the whole KS last 2-3 years of him doing those shows, is primarily they don't want family. If a person that's supposed to be your helpmate does not want family, you can't have a community. And what they talking about is a community ain't really a community. A community is what they got us doing is basically saying the good dudes go back and help. Whoever created the chaos, you don't got to do nothing. That's basically what it is. It's like, hey, you bring all your resources in and help us, but you can't tell nobody what to do. Yeah, you can't tell nobody what to do. You can't ask them to do anything. All you can do is serve, right? When you do your backpack drives, all you can do is serve. If you try to give them some tangible information on what to do to get better, they reject it. Tell me I'm not lying.
I agree with you. Simba just said in a rap, when you give good advice, you sound like an old nigga. I just heard it right now, 10 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, it's like I said before, like he was challenging people to dress different, think different, and be different, because he wanted men to grow from being quote unquote boys to men. But you got men fighting to still be boys, and you got women fighting to still be girls. So that's basically the mindset. That's basically what you see. If you say, hey, you 20-something years old, you should have grown past this point. You should be making these decisions because of this. No. You can't tell me that. You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't work that way, bro. Like everybody else in the country and in the world has grown up. And instead of us growing up, we say, hey, what about the person that caused the trauma? Well, if you continue to worry about the person that caused the trauma, you get no reparations for it. They give you no therapy for it. They gave you nothing for it. They left you out there on your own, and for you to fix it and figure it out yourself. That's all they're gonna do. They're not gonna give you anything, whether it be the left or the right, so to speak, right? But when people come up with a policy in place that the right was gonna give, the brothers will follow the sisters down the path of emotionalism and take the side of the people that gives them no policy. Like they have videos of brothers getting cursed out by their moms because they voted the other way. I've seen videos like that.
Wow.
Because what it is that they're lying to them, telling them they're going to give these social programs, this, that, and the third. And now that you got the social programs, all you got is a social program. But your social program dictates to you who can live in your house, though. Chess. And it's over with. You got a bunch of individuals starting at zero all the time. They start at zero over and over. Somebody dies, nobody has insurance. Zero. You start at a deficit, right? Because you got to bury that person, right? And then after you start at that deficit, then you want to do a supernatural funeral for the person that didn't care enough to have their own insurance. Nah, bro. It don't work like that. Don't work like that. You can't start at zero. And then everybody has an expectation to live this lavish lifestyle if everybody's starting at zero. Like if as a community we have no wealth, and then the people that's calling into his show, right, they're saying the man got to make this, and the third. But everybody that's calling into the show has no wealth. Because as a community, as a group, we have no wealth. We're only 13% of the population. The numbers is the numbers. You can't fake the numbers. And then just make up your own attitude about what you got personally, anecdotal. You may be one person that made it, like Floyd, just one person that made it. A couple of those fighters is a couple of those fighters that made it. But primarily when these fighters come on these streams, they say they broke, don't they, Fred? So
and complaining, and in a complaining mood. Like if you ask them about their management, they'll say it's not good. For example, I mean, even Earl Spence said he wanted to fight 3 times a year. You know what I mean? That even though he ain't rah and complaining, his needs are not being met, or his expectations is not being met. So from Earl Spence all the way down to the retired fighter, you know, their wishes are not being met.
Yeah, and it'll continue and so on because people won't try to move the needle from what they see as the norm. It'll just continue. And as the people on I'm reading this in the chat, there's literally no social program that requires no man can live in a home. There is some. Fred will tell you, he got property. I mean, I grew up in properties where no man could be in the home. You hear that, Fred? So
yeah.
So why would people even say silly stuff like that? Like man, it's ridiculous. If they was giving you any incentive, this is what should happen, right? Let's say if they gave an incentive, like this is crazy, but this is what may have to be done in the future because everybody's about to figure out what this inflation is about to do to them, especially single people. Okay, she said name it. Section 8. Have you ever heard of Section 8, sister? Easy. Now that I gave you the answer, now don't move the goalposts. Now, as I move on, if they incentivize people to be married now because of the breakdown in the structure that's going on in the community, more likely than not, you'll see people to get married because the incentive is there. People have been incentivized to break up marriages because they get the money and the resources. So if you get money and resources, why would you stay? Because your cost of living don't go down. You're able to stay at the same level of living because that's usually what people do. They make them stay at the same standard of living, right?
Right.
Am I missing something, Fred?
No, I'm listening to you for sure.
She said a family can apply for Section 8. What kind of family? A woman and kids? Because that's not a family, lady. You see that? You see that in the chat?
A family can apply for Section 8.
A woman and kids is not a family. Black people think that's a family, Fred. See how crazy this is? A family is a woman and children in the black community. Every other community, that's not. Think about that, Fred, what I just said to you. A family in the black community is a woman and children. Look, she said a poor family. That's not a family. See that? She believes that's a family. That's the problem, Fred. People believe families is a mother and children. That's not a family. That's not a whole unit. There's no defense. There's no provider. There's no protector there. Ridiculous, man.
Feel free to call in.
Yeah, call in and state your case, sister. You typing loud in chat. You can state your case.
I do know that there's tons of third-party programs where the man can live in the house because I have them. Like they have, I forget. I don't know the name of them, but they pay the tenants rent because I actually had a tenant. She was a black woman. And she had a girlfriend with the daughter. So it was 3 women living in the house. And she was the woman that I posted on my Instagram that I actually helped buy a house. You know, I told her from Jump Street, I said, here's what I want you to do. I'm kicking you out in a year. You're going to save I'm not renewing your lease. You're going, because her rent was $1,760. $1,760 is 17,000 plus 3,400. That's about $21,000, about $22,000 she saved. I said, here's what we're going to do. You got two options. Either you're going to give me the $22,000 and I give it back to you at the end of the year, meaning you pay the rent and I hold on to it because the program is paying for the rent, or you can save it yourself. She chose to save it herself, right? It's on my Instagram. It's about 2 years ago, and she chose it. And a year to date, she moved out and bought her house because I held her accountable. When I would go in and fix the electrical sockets, or I would go do the gardening, or I would go pick up trash, I held her accountable. And it worked. And you know what the most amazing thing about this story is, KP?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Her daughter goes to the same school my son enrolled in. How funny is that? Because Lincoln started school last year, and I didn't know till late last year that they went to the school because we were in the COVID protocol. So it was just amazing that I see her dropping her daughter off, and I'm like, hold up. And end up, long story short, she graduates this year. And, oh shit! Oh, Andrew Wiggins just dropped the hammer. Anyways, hey, I don't mind if y'all go to TNT right now and watch what I just saw.
I'll watch it later.
Oh yeah,
man. That's a great thing to do, because as a landlord, you're able to see that she had the potential to own her own home.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of people don't even know that Section 8 allows you to buy homes too.
Yeah,
there's like a lot of possibilities with these programs that people can get into.
Yep.
Some of our people just don't want to own anything anymore because they have been conditioned out of owning it.
See, and the most amazing thing is that I tell you guys for the past month when I had my aha moment, understand the rules. Sex. So let's say, for example, there is a program that kicks the man out the house. Well, guess what the man should do? Go buy the house.
Woman?
No, wait. Go buy the house where you're going to use your Section 8 voucher.
Yes.
Do you understand the rules? The same way Bob Arum took Oscar
He becomes
Valdez.
the owner. He becomes the owner. She pays the rent to him.
Yes.
I told people to do that before. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the same way Bob Arum understood, he knew Oscar Valdez was on that team. So he said, you know what? I can't bring Oscar Valdez to Vegas. He gonna get popped. So I'm gonna take him to this Indian reservation. Then I'm gonna take him to an Indian reservation where there's no rules, so he can take this iced tea and still fight. Now, flip that to real life. See how we gotta understand the rules. $20,000 in any city except the 4 or 5 major cities gets you a house.
Yes,
a down payment or actually down payment. Yes, anywhere in America. So why is your ass in Los Angeles? Why is your ass in New
take
York?
away your PMI?
Yeah, Miami, Chicago. Why the hell are you in these cities? Take your ass to Middle America. Take your ass to the outskirts of Atlanta. Take your ass to the outskirts of Dallas. Do you understand what I'm saying? And use your Section 8 voucher, because you can transfer your Section 8 voucher to any state. My sister did it. You can transfer it to any state. And your husband, no, your boyfriend, because you can't be married. That's why I said some people don't get married for legal reasons. I understand it because I'm a landlord. So I get the game. You know what I mean?
There's so many ways you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Man. It's like instead of buying, and sometimes it's like you don't buy the property in both of y'all name, you buy it in one of y'all name. You use the other person's separate.
For example, I use me as the example. I don't want, maybe I'll give too much information. I don't know. I am the risk taker. Why would I put my name on a piece of property if I am the risk taker? Do you understand that? Like, why would I'm going to dump it in the LLC. I'm not putting it in my name. I'm going to put it in a trust. I'm not putting it in my name because I'm taking the risk. You understand? You know how much of a risk it took for me to get to a space last month where I made $1 million in a month? You know how many failures I had to have? You know how many trial and errors and all that I had to do to get to a point, to get to a space where for the first time in my life, I made $1 million in 1 month? It didn't happen overnight. I had to fail. I had to get the ground zero. So that's what I'm saying. Understand the rules. When you understand the rules, you will win. We're complaining. Section 8 is supposed to advance you. Section 8 ain't supposed to kick your fucking man out the house. Let me tell you something about Section 8. Every landlord loves Section 8. The only time we
get paid early in the month, you get paid on the first. It's automatic.
Only time we hate Section 8 is fucking inspection. That's it. That's it.
Because if you fail in the inspection, you got to get it fixed.
Yeah, you got to get it fixed. That's it. That's it. That's it. And guess what? I'm under Section 8 right now. My handyman is gonna text me before the end of this show. Matter of fact, I'll even call him on speakerphone right now because he's reglazing the tub in one of my Section 8 tenants. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call just so I can, not so y'all can see my business, but so I can substantiate what I've been telling y'all all fucking day, all for the past years. For the past year, I love Section 8 tenants, and trust me when I say this. More than half the time, if you don't fuck with the landlord won't fuck with you.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
And I'm telling you the God honest truth. If your kid ain't littering, if your man ain't threatening the tenants, ain't playing this loud music, ain't doing no bullshit, ain't inviting no drug deal, ain't smoking weed in the front of the building, he gonna leave your ass alone. That $1,800 guaranteed or whatever he's making or she's making, the landlord, is grateful. It's a great relationship and they understand it. I tell all my Section 8 tenants, the same thing. You know what I mean? I tell them the same exact thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think the rules change, Patricia. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that we can't do that. We can't do that where we do that.
I don't think
stuff.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We try to invalidate people based on who they're married to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm married to a black woman, got black daughters. I expect them to marry one day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna hold them hostage to their race because they're growing up in an environment where they're multicultural in my neighborhood where I live. Now, would your suggestion be that I moved back to where I'm from, where most of my friends, by the time we were 25, they were all dead? Should I move back there and put my kids there in that environment? Is that the suggestion? Because primarily usually people have this kind of goofy comment about when you make a statement about what's going on and what's wrong with the community. And it's almost like you can't comment on it because you no longer live there. But your experiences that have happened in your life, right? It's like it's utterly ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I guess the only people that can talk about it is the people that still live there. So we should let them talk. So please, people that still live there, can y'all call in? Because we can't talk about it. We would love to hear your voice. And
two, see, here's how you make the wound wider, and now you separate the room, because now if the black men, and I love these conversations because she's gonna explain her case.
Yes, I love it.
All you, Miss Patricia.
I'm a mute.
Okay, check this out. I don't need no interruptions. I'm 53 years old. I've seen a lot of our black men, starting with our athletes first, leave us alone to marry stringy, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white women. The first time something goes wrong, they scream rape, and y'all messed up. It doesn't make any sense at all. And I have something else to say. I just can't quite get it out because this is not normally.
Take your time. Take your time. Stop. Take your time. Because you're not offending me. You're not.
It's it's not towards you, Fred.
No, I know that
because we lost fat men. That's got me messed up too. So another thing that bothers me is our black men are always talking about the white man this, the white man that. They did this to me. We gotta go in their courtroom to do that. But y'all married their white women. Y'all married the slave master's granddaughters. Y'all lay up with them and have their mixed babies. So what's going on with that? I am a beautiful black woman, champion heart. I do pick the correct men to date. A man black is not strong enough to deal with me because I speak my mind. I had a beautiful dad, strong father. The only one of my brothers that married a half-white woman is my older brother. And we have to get her straight constantly. The other ones married black women because they were afraid if she did not get her way, being a white woman, and she screamed rape, she would have sent his ass to prison. You love who you love. My prayer is I finally divorced the one that I married. When the next one comes along, if he's white or out of a different race, I really don't want it to be. You see that in the boxing community. You can see how the Garcias treat y'all, how Bob Aaron treats y'all, how they treat the boxers. Look how they had Tyson Fury do Deontay Wilder. So why would I want to marry that type of man that I know is going to one day eventually bring my black brother down? It's crazy. And that one, I wish he was on here now, the 817 guy, always talking about those bull crap, but married to a white woman. He talks crazy about the white man. The white man this, the white man that. But the first chance he got, he went and got him a white woman. He said, I'm proud of. As soon as that Negro does something she don't like, he's going to call the police and pretend to cry and send his black behind on to prison. I'm just upset about it. I never say anything. KPKC, I don't know you, but whatever, champion heart, my mother has a crush on you. My statement's a statement for me.
Damn.
No, I understand that. You shouldn't have told him that, but now he about to come in with two
now
earrings.
He gonna be cheesing with the food. Yeah. He gonna cook lobster till the night.
But for me.
I get you.
And I have a white boss. And I have to, he says, why do y'all black women wear your hair like that? Like what? It's not straight. It's my natural hair. My hair has fallen out trying to put products in to please a man that wants my hair straight or to please my job. No, I want my hair natural. If it's thick and nappy, let it be. I have light colored eyes, but I'm a black woman. That's because my somewhere down the line raped one of my grandmothers, and then the shit came out to me. White men, very select few, would not marry a black woman. Too ashamed to bring her home. They don't want to lose that hair. But a black man cannot wait to get successful and get him a pink toe on his side. Because, she got Section 8. She's on food stamps. She's on welfare. Okay. Your mama, you're downgrading your mother. When you get successful and you see the struggles that we black women, even when we're educated, find a beautiful black woman and build something with her. Build it together with her. Don't go get a white woman because you think she can take you further. Take that black step by step, king by queen, and make it work. I love y'all and peace out.
Thank you. I'm going to respond and then feel free to respond. Let me get Kevin Brower because I wanted her to respond to this super chat. Some black women always say they're single because they speak their mind. How about a black man just don't want you to deal with your because they don't want to deal with your masculine ass. Oh, if we want to go there, let's go there. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about women in general, because I'm gonna lose a lot of people if I say black women. You can use black women because they're not gonna listen to me if I say black women. They're gonna say, oh, you a sellout, right? I'm just saying, I just think that women in 2022 are so far away from the science of a woman. They are so far away from their divinity as a woman. How is a woman too strong for a man? I don't understand how a woman is too strong for a man. Doesn't make sense here to me. You know, I understand that there are men that are immature. I understand that there are men that are not ready to, that are not mature enough to carry a family. I understand that. But it is impossible. This talking point is a white liberal talking point to keep you in the workforce. They want you to be independent. They want every Mexican woman, every Asian woman, every. I'm gonna tell you what I told Dre. I says, we never ever. I don't know why I tell y'all my personal business, but hopefully it inspires somebody. We never ever discuss money. Never. There's no need to, right? At this point, right? Because I have an idea what the bills are. She have an idea what the bills are, and we live 1,000% below our means. You'll never see Fred popping bottles. You've never seen that out of me. You've seen a very conservative version of me, and that's who I am in real life, right? But for the first time, because our mortgage payment is now above 5 figures, right? So I says, if we get this property, you will not work more. I don't want you working more. If you have to work more in your head, that you have to compensate what I'm doing, because what I do basically pays the bills, because anyways. So, and I says, we're not doing it. I don't need you to overcompensate me. I don't need it. Don't want it. Don't need it. It's unacceptable. She still works 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where we lose each other at. The woman doesn't have to be stronger. She just has to be strong.
That'd be the first thing that come out their mouth, dog.
Yeah, you don't have to be stronger than a man. It is impossible. It is impossible.
I just need you to be strong when you push the kids out. That's the only strength you need. Everything else, that's it, bro. Like my wife don't carry no groceries in. My daughters don't carry no groceries in. My son and I do that.
Yeah.
They can put them up when they get in the house, but that's about it.
Yeah. And the statistics say, I haven't did this in 3 years, so it may have changed by a tick or two. 86% of black men married is
black women. They
black
do.
Women.
They
yes,
do.
86%. So it's always
see the thing with the numbers is people get messed up is that the women outnumber the men, and by the women outnumbering the men, when Samuels was having that discussion with the women, he's like, "Why are you having kids with this guy?" See what they don't want to tell and uncover the real truth is what he uncovered is this. They select the guys that get to have kids because they select the guys they stay with. That just is what it is, bro. Like when I was in school, bro, dudes was coming to pick up girls that were seniors in high school that I didn't have a shot at. Right? And that was the dudes with the D's on their car, the candy paint, this, that, and the third. They was older than us, but they was picking them up though. They was going with them dudes. Them the same dudes they had the babies by. The same dudes that's gone. Now they dead or in jail now. They gone. So they select them, right? So you deal with the same consequences of the people you select. If you select a bad school that you pick to go to and it doesn't have accreditation, that's your fault. That's not nobody else's fault. If you go to a college that doesn't have any accreditation and you pay for that degree and that degree is worthless, that's not my fault. That's your fault. So anything to move away from accountability is like something that's always done in our community. And it's like any way to look at the scapegoat to say, hey, this person or that person. See, the main problem, this is too, is that the women know that the men are the most desirable. I'm talking about black men. Black man is the most desirable man on the planet. Anytime you go to another country, you can tell. And they automatically let you know by the way they smile and act towards and around you. You don't get the same treatment in America that you do in the other country. If you've been to other countries, you know what I'm talking about. So that's just a fact, bro. Like, why do you got to be Superman just to get cooperation in America? You got to be Superman in America as a black man, but then the same people will tell you they ain't being protected by you or none of that. When I just seen a black guy just get killed as a security officer in Buffalo, and they ain't even talking about the security officer that got killed. He was retired. He was a retired police officer. They not acting like he did nothing. He dead. Nobody cares. But they ain't nobody protecting him. But that's all I got. Go ahead, Champ.
What's up, Champ?
KP, how you doing, brother? Fred, what's up, my brother?
Hey, before you start, and women, beam in, call in. We don't want. This is a free flowing show. I don't want y'all to say, "Oh man, they chauvinist over in the barbershop." No. Bring your ass out of the chat and into the living room. All right. Go ahead.
All right, my sister Patricia, how you doing? Tell your mom.
See, I told you. You got your music. I told you.
He came in with that damn that Isaac Hayes voice, bro.
But no, let me speak on
Isaac
this
Hayes,
real
bro.
quick, man. I'm not gonna be on long because I got some cooking to do tonight. But
see you Tuesday, dog. See you Tuesday.
What my sister was talking about, she was wrong in some instances. According to statistics, more black women marry out of their race than black men. And what she has to understand is that, and I saw this question proposed on someone's show. I can't remember who it was, but they said that the question was, why is it that when black women marry out of their waist, they're celebrated, but when black men do it, they're ridiculed and ostracized. And I thought that was a important question because I can remember when what's her name, Meghan Markle.
Answer that when you're done.
Meghan Markle married that cat. All the sisters was just, oh girl, you won, and all this type of shit.
Serena Williams too.
Serena Williams as well. Same thing. But they didn't have that energy for when Sierra married what's the brother that played
Russell.
Yeah, when they married Russell, she didn't get that same sentiment. But yet black men are ridiculed when they do it. But again, statistics say that more black women do it than black men. You can even look at people like Kamala Harris. What's the chick that Biden just put in office?
Shucks and pearls everywhere.
Yeah, yes, chick that Biden put in office. The Supreme Court chick that Biden just
Ketanji Brown, they love her, boy, don't they?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on for these black women that are married to white men. And in that, the thing is that we have to understand, how does that help us? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. Kamala Harris already told you she's not doing nothing for black people. She told you that before she was elected. Before she was put into that position, she had already told you that. And the thing, I think we think just because they look like us, they for us, and that's not the case at all. It was something else I wanted to address. Wait a minute, my tablet is getting ready to go dead. Let me plug this in. Go ahead, KP. Part of that, man.
I want to get back on that point he was making, Fred, about why was it that they were upset? They're upset about LeBron James' son going to prom, all this goofy stuff, right? So think about this though, Fred, because liberalism says integration. Then we integrate, and then they get mad when the people are socialized around other people that they end up dating because they're in close proximity to. The close proximity of them dating is no different than quote unquote black on black crime because you're in close proximity to the people that you kill. It's really no different. It's the same. The people that you're in, I'm not going to drive 40 minutes out of my way to go kill somebody in another city, bro. I'm not. More likely than not, if somebody got beef with me, it's going to be somebody that lived close to me. That's just what close proximity does. So when we move out of areas that are disenfranchised or whatnot because we want a better situation or a private school for our kids, that comes with it. You can't get away from that. So like the reason that the problem is being had, Champion Heart and Fred, is that it's always been set up that way in black culture where they penis police the men automatically. And the men are always penis police because in the gynocracy, where the rule is the matriarch, which is grandma and all of them, right? Where that rule is set up that way, the men don't have a say so. The men can only serve in the gynocracy. If you pay close attention, every time black men serve in the black family structure, they're rewarded with little things. They're never rewarded with full human experience and respect. Never. And tell me when I'm wrong, Champion Heart.
Champ,
Okay, sorry about that. My tablet
could
was
you hear
going
him? Could you hear him?
Yeah. Repeat that. The last half of what you said, KP. I'm sorry, but I was looking for my
All right,
pour.
I'm about to repeat it. I said
Okay.
black men in the gynocracy, which is the black matriarchal family structure, are never rewarded unless they serve. See, there's nothing that the women have to do. They just have to be served by the men. Think about it all over your life. I'm just saying this. This is blunt. This is the whole truth. See, it's funny because they'll bring the kids to you if you're a pastor only when he dies or baptism. They won't keep him in the church. They'll bring him when he's dead.
Right.
You can serve and put him in the ground. You can baptize him, but you cannot instruct him from 0 to 18. They're going to give him instructions. And when the instructions fail, then you clean up the mess. Then it comes to this. When he goes to jail, then they need the pastor to come. I'm going to give you a story, and y'all remember this story. Y'all remember this story like yesterday. Allen Iverson. They brought a black pastor out to get him out of jail. Mm-hmm. Do y'all honestly believe Allen Iverson was going to that church and that black pastor every week or not? Or do you believe that his leadership was only being led by his mother?
Mm-hmm.
Now, contrast Allen Iverson with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, a former NBA player, right? A father and a mother, structured home, systematized, became one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time, at the same time. Yes, LeBron James is an anomaly, but Kobe Bryant was raised in a structure that most of us will want our kids to be raised in so that they can fulfill their whole potential. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that. And that goes back to what you all were saying earlier about the welfare system. You all do know that was not originally designed for black people.
I do know that, yeah.
Okay. You know, it's more white people than black people on that system.
By far.
Oh yes, because we're only 13% of the population. Yeah.
Well, I think we're about 15. We're a little more than that. I think the numbers are a little bit off on that. But I give the you're right. With the percentage that we are, there's no possible way that we could be the majority, on that. I think that to kind of piggyback off of what you're saying, because you're on point. I think that what happens when we have athletes in those certain positions and they get in trouble, we have these what can I call them?
Safeguards, maybe.
Yeah, kind of like Democrat shields that will come and speak. And I
Team
give you
Team
I give you a
Sharpens.
perfect example. Exactly, I give you a perfect example.
Yeah,
Sharp.
my
Sharp.
son and Tamika Mallory. My son and Tamika Mallory took that over. That's
Okay.
the
I
new
get
generation. There you
Yeah, I get a perfect example. Sharpton just came with. He was talking about the shooting that happened in Buffalo.
What do you
Now,
say?
instead of him saying that, you know, we need to have hate crimes that specifically for Black people, things need to be done specifically for us to protect ourselves. Things that we need to have executive orders put in place. You know what I'm saying? He came with this, we need to meet with Asian and Jewish groups and all this nonsense. He came with the all lives matter nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And I called him out on that bullshit because, you know, when things happen in the Asian community, you know, Biden signed executive orders, you know, and you didn't hear none of them saying anything about we need to meet with Black leaders and we need to meet with Jewish leaders. They didn't say anything about that.
never.
You know what I'm saying? They got exactly what they needed, you know, and this goes back to what you were saying about us not being able to hold them accountable. I think that we're going to have to make that stand to hold them accountable because closed mouth never gets fed. So we're going to have to make that stand to demand the things that we need in order to protect our communities. We need to make demands for executive orders. You know, just like you have executive orders to protect, you know, Asian communities. You know, we need that same thing, and we can't do all this marching and praying. That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? No, we can't do that no more. You know, we have to address these matters in a different way. We can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. That's insane. You know, but what happens is they put these puppets up there that look like us. They talk all this bullshit, you know, but they never go to the grassroots. You know what I'm saying? To where they get the real answers because they want to play. You know, they want to play these puppets up that look like us, thinking that, you know, this is and this is what they present out in front of us. This is why I say that BLM was nonsense. It was controlled opposition. You know what I'm saying? If you look at they actually changed their mission statement because their mission statement said nothing about family. They were talking all this trans bullshit, you know, and homosexual bullshit. They weren't saying anything about the Black family. And people start calling them out on that shit. So they had to actually go in there and change their statement because people's like, wait a minute, man, what the fuck is this? This is supposed to be BLM. What is this shit? You know, but this is because of the control that the people involved that were controlling it, like George Soros, you know, other people of that sort. This is why that's why I call that controlled opposition. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You still there, champ?
Yeah,
I'm
that's pure
here.
facts. That's
Okay.
pure facts, champs. That's what it
Okay.
is. It's controlled opposition. They
Yeah.
used it. They ran Tamika Mallory and my son them out there to be
Right.
the next runners for that. You know, Al Sharpton trained Tamika Mallory. A lot of people don't even know that. She used
Right.
to be on a TV show of his. He basically helped raise that woman. You know what I'm saying? So the con game is deep. You know what I'm saying? But you know, our people will go for it because it's a Black woman's face out there. They'll
Right.
support it no matter what.
Right. And that's what we fall
It's
for every time.
yeah. So they fall for that every time. You know, Ben Crump go out there get them a settlement after they kill somebody. No,
Right.
no laws ever get passed. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
George Floyd bill still sitting under the desk, not on the desk. It's under the desk. Then whatever bill that you come up with or policy, you ever notice nobody apologized to anybody that said that they should have go for the Ice Cube plan? Nobody apologized for that. It's just like, oh, well, we picked Biden. Biden was gonna meet with him, but he never met with him, so we didn't get nothing. Forget Ice Cube. But shout out to the big three. Man, sit down some damn way, bro.
Black people
crazy as hell, bro.
Yeah, Black people can't phantom not being a part of the illusion of inclusion. You see what I'm saying? So they will continue to practice the insane behavior, you know, of doing the same thing over and over again, you know, expecting different results, you know, but yet you never make the you never make the move to, make things change. You keep doing the same thing, thinking that things are going to change. And that's not how it works.
Right.
But champ, that's a sweet deal that they got with the with. I'm sorry to say this, bro. I gotta say this, bro. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta say it. They got a sweet deal with the sisters, bro. They basically just tell them anything they want to hear. It's kind of
Right.
like y'all ever heard of Mac Dre? Mac Dre had a song said, "I'm in her ear, telling her what she want to hear." That's the Democrats, bro. The Democrats. They tell them what they want to hear, give them no policy, get elected, and then in 2 years they say, "Vote for me. We got to get this changed, even though we got the House and we got the Senate. We can't get this bill passed, but if you vote for me now, we can get it passed."
Right. Well, all they're doing is practicing benign and neglect, and Nixon put that in place, and all they're doing is just continually practicing that. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
streamlining.
Yeah.
Because look, champ, I never heard the Cocktails with the Queens apologize to Ice Cube for running him off the show when he came up with the plan for Black America.
Right.
Because now they sitting there wondering why Biden ain't passed no bills or nothing. But they ain't
Exactly.
talking about that. They want to hate on Kevin Samuels every week.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't like that man. But I wanted to, so we can get past this demographic. This is 2017 from a Black publication. All right. And feel free to go to the website yourself. But I'm pretty sure it hasn't changed much. But 93% of Black women marry Black men. 85% of Black men marry Black women. So that's on course to what it should look like in a thing that we fought for. What did we fight for? Integration. What are we getting? Interracial relationships. So it's on par. Interracial relationships is not a threat. Accountability is the threat to us, or lack thereof.
Lack thereof, more so.
It's staggering to me that these narratives that these people push, like, I don't understand why when women say, "I don't have no Black man to marry," you're gonna marry a Black man. Statistics say it.
Wait, let's go back through that logic, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back through that logic. I'm gonna put this on y'all real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Most Black men grow up in Black communities around Black women all
Sure.
the time.
Yeah.
So you go to school from K through 12.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why, in that pool of people, can you not find what you're supposed to have as your helpmeet in that group? See, that makes no logical sense. If you got 12 years with these people, let's just put you in there at 6 years old, because you go to 18. Before you go to college, any other group, this works. The only group it don't work in, tell me am I missing something? Because that's pure logic. You go through K through 12. Everybody had girlfriends. Everybody had boyfriends. This makes no sense. For people to complain about people that end up dating out after high school and college, it's ridiculous because they had 12 years. That's 3 presidencies, bro. 3 different presidents. 12 years is a long time. Most people are turned into who they are by the time they turn 18. They got certain habits and all of that. They can change some things over time, but they already got certain habits and built-in belief systems and all of that. Whether their religion is this or that.
Right.
You ever notice the other nationalities, they don't have that problem? Tell me, am I missing something, guys?
Right. Yeah. That's on point. Because like you said, they have those built-in beliefs. It's hard for people who have believed something their entire lives to relearn. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been that the lie has been a fabric of their life for so long. This is why people are ready to fight, come to fisticuffs over religion and politics. And when you try to make them think logical about religion, and politics, it's like you're saying that their life was a lie because of what they believe, for so long. has been a fabric of their life. And when you question that and make them think about it logically, you know, that then to protect that lie, it's like in that movie The Matrix. You know what I'm saying? When there were programs that were actually protecting the lie, you know, trying to keep people asleep. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting people to wake up, and those who were awake, they fought, you know, to eliminate them. So, you know what I'm saying? That's that type of mentality.
Roland Curtis says, I'm gonna take this down, but feel free. You guys got the website. It's 2 black men that run this website, and feel free to check it out. But Roland, what's up, Roland? I appreciate you, bro. Did you ever hear that Obama proposed to a white girl, Sheila Jager, before? She's a college professor now. Before Michelle, many believe that he changed his mind because black wife equals black vote. She's a professor at a prestigious college now. I remember that, and she told the story. Google it, y'all. It's a good story. Google it. It's you know, you can enjoy it on your own. But I don't know why women believe they got to be strong. I think you got to be feminine.
Well, that's our black women that have been compromised. I say that all the time.
You ain't got to be strong. Being strong,
they've been compromised, bro. They've been compromised. Champ just told you.
Oberlin College. I think that's real popular. Thank you, bro. You don't have to be. Being strong ain't paying your mortgage. Being strong ain't paying your car note. That's normal. That's something you created. I'm a strong black woman because I paid a mortgage. No, you chose to live in that house. That don't make you strong. That makes you fulfilling your obligations and what you understand. Be feminine. Raise your child as a feminine woman, because if you stay feminine, it will put you in a space to attract men. You can't attract a larger quantity of men by being a strong woman.
Bro, you know what I'm starting to see a lot more in Champion. You seen it too, because you're a truck driver too. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to see a lot of women truck drivers.
Oh,
hey, bro. Yeah, but bro, that's a whole different beast, bro.
Yeah,
dealing with a truck is a whole different beast. Mm-hmm. Like at the end of the day, God made me physically stronger, and it is what it is. I just accept it. I don't expect my wife to do certain things that I do. I expect her to be able to do things a lot better than me, like decor, like smelling things and whatever make the house smell good, whatever, all those type of things. I'm just not into that. I'm into making sure everything functions in the house. That's what I'm into. She ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
I understand it, man.
Yeah. I don't. You ain't got to be strong. You got to be great. You know, like that strong is so overstated. I'm a strong woman. I did this. And forgive me for using that term in the past. You know, I may have used it in the past, you know, but just be a great woman.
Yeah.
But Fred and Champ, let me ask you something.
Yes.
It's a great feeling as a man to take a load off of your wife, your mom, or your daughters.
Sure.
That's a great feeling. For some reason, go ahead, Champ. Go
ahead. I'm going to tell you a story after you go ahead with that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but that's a great feeling too, because as a man, you have foresight. I believe men have a lot more foresight, and I believe women have a lot more insight.
Right.
Now, foresight means I see things before they happen based on where I'm going, where I'm headed to, and things of that nature. You plan your route out, right, Champion Heart, and you look for and make sure certain bridges ain't too big that you can take that truck to. You got to have that foresight. You know that. So we see things before they happen, and we know that they can lead to other dangers. And by seeing things that way, it makes us look at things bigger picture more often than not. And as you look things at bigger picture more often than not, you try to see ways to make it easier for the women in your life.
Right.
I don't think a lot of women understand that when they're around a man that's really a man.
You know what? And salute to my sister, Patty Dean. She said it the best, man, when she said that I don't know if you remember, Fred, but she said that when she's around a man, she can. Man, I can't remember how she put it so eloquently. I can't remember how she put it, but basically what she was saying was she could exhale. You know what
She
I'm
could rest.
saying?
She basically
She
said she
could,
could rest.
she could
I
rest.
remember it was a
Yeah,
while ago.
yeah, but she didn't put it the way I just put it. She put it far more
More
eloquently.
eloquently. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
she could say it the right way. Yep, I
yeah,
remember it. It's been a
yeah,
while, but I remember it.
yeah. Salute to that sister, man. I can remember when I was dating a young lady when I was living in Houston, and she was having some car issues, and I'm literally arguing with her on taking care of her car, and she wanted to pay a mechanic $500 for an 89-cent part and $50 labor. She wanted to pay this guy $500, and I said, sweetheart, that job is not a $500 job. Well, 3 mechanics told me this. I said, sweetheart, 3 mechanics are trying to rip you off because you don't know. I'm telling you, it's an 89-cent part at AutoZone, and you can pay a mechanic $50, 75 if you want to put it on, and you're good to go. And arguing, and the mechanic at my job hooked me up with a mechanic in Houston. I took the car over there. I told him exactly what was wrong. I said it's the shifting cable. I said it sounds. I said I think the grommet has worn and it needs to be replaced. And he checked it out. He said, sure enough, man. He said it's the grommet on the shifting cable. You know, go to AutoZone and grab it. I'll put it on. 89 cents at AutoZone. I paid him $75 to put it on. She wanted to pay. She arguing me down, and I'm trying to explain to her, look, I'm trying to take, you're always complaining about you need to pay this bill and you don't have enough money to pay this bill. But at the same time, here I am trying to save you $500, and you arguing with me about it. I mean, I love my sisters, man, and I truly believe that the Black woman is the mother of civilization, but somewhere along the way she has lost her greatness, and this is why I say that our Black women have been compromised. You know what I'm saying? Because she doesn't understand her greatness. And I think that she has to get back to that. Kevin Samuels, he was really addressing a lot of women that had this concept of this type of man or marriage that they wanted, and it just didn't make sense, and he was just trying to make them understand, your expectations aren't logical, and sisters didn't want to hear that,
Right. And it's funny, you brought up Houston and you brought up the woman. I remember Jamie came on the show. She lives in Houston. And she said she asked to go to the bathroom, and she said the man tried to have sex with her. I said, like not rape her, but like tried to court her.
The course, yeah.
And I'm like, what was he supposed to do? You invited yourself into his bathroom, so he's thinking,
yeah, of course.
Like you expect. I said that's the same energy that fixes your flat tire.
Right.
That's the same energy that sends you flowers at lunch or surprises you for lunch at work. That's the same energy. You understand? And so like we misconstrue. Oh, he just want to fuck, huh?
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just like you want masculine energy. Of course.
Right.
Like where do we get off of the basic needs of a relationship? Why do women always want to throw away the basic needs of a relationship? I ain't giving this man no pussy. He just want to fuck. Why are you dealing with him? Because at the end of the day, these are the basic requirements of a relationship.
Man, that's that I got a question on that, but it would change the whole.
No, feel free. No, she went to his house. She went to his house and asked him to go to the bathroom.
There was a question that I saw asked, and it was asked: Can men and women be friends? And I can't remember who said this, but he was saying that men aren't made like that. And he was saying that, and woman, she was like, no, I know this guy, and he's just my friend. And he was trying to explain to her, no, he's not. He's spending his time around you because he's hoping that one day he'll catch you, in a weak moment, and you all will have sex. He was saying that men just aren't made like that. They can't be, they can't be friends. I didn't want to change the whole flow of the concept here, what we were talking about, but that made me think about that when you said that.
No, I mean, it always starts as as some level of intimacy, some level of wanting sexual favors, and I believe it can morph into other things, but the genesis of it, I mean, there is some sexual thoughts, on both, not just man, but the woman as well. And
yeah, there's a misconception that when women don't think about sex, and that's not true at all. Not true at all.
he said, "Hell no, we can't." But it was Steve Harvey.
It was Steve Harvey. Okay, thanks, KB. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah. And many of these contemporary women these days, not just black women, are descendants of Steve Harvey. Act like a lady, think like a man.
Oh, you know what I mean? You know what? That's crazy because I'm like, how would you take it? Why would you take advice from a cat that's been married, what, 2-3 times?
Wow.
But they were reading his books like he was preaching the gospel.
It was a movie too. I mean, I
Why
saw it
would
as
you-
entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I know a lot of women that was buying all that shit he was saying.
You know why? Because they were programmed to.
Yeah.
They were programmed to believe what he's saying.
Believe what he's saying. Yeah.
He was their appointed person.
Right.
Steve Harvey hasn't said anything off base in so long, off center in so long.
Yeah.
And he won't do it.
Right.
He learned his lesson because he was out here. And that's why he got fired out here in LA, or let go or whatever, because he was off center.
Oh, okay.
And he hasn't been off center since.
When was that? Because
I was a teacher, so at least 15 years ago.
Okay. I know that she must have said something about Jews, because when he made that slavery remark, that didn't get him off center then. You remember when he made that slavery remark?
No, what'd he say?
There was a segment on his show called Ask Steve Harvey, and
I know that. Yeah.
On the segment, he said he told the white lady that if someone talks to her, she said she don't like to talk about history because she doesn't know anything about history, and he was saying, well, do what I do and just tell people I don't give a damn about slavery. And he got a lot. And he got a lot of slack for that, because why would you tell someone to say that, of all things? Why wouldn't you tell them I don't give a damn about the Holocaust? Why would you say I don't give a damn about slavery? You see what I'm saying?
Right. I believe information should be a la carte. You know what I mean? If they're selling, but the whole person, I think if they're telling the truth, accept it. And I think, like, I would be hesitant in the beginning, champ. If you were divorced 3 times and then I would have listened, but because as I listen to Kevin Hart, I'm listening to him so much more now than I ever did.
You said Kevin Hart, you mean Kevin Samuels.
Thank you. To me, Kevin's in his world, and I listen to him and I'd be like, damn, he just telling y'all from a male's perspective.
Right.
Why do you want a man you don't know to respect you?
Right.
He doesn't know you, and you're calling in. You're calling in to get his perspective. He has so many watch hours
Right.
He has so many watch hours, and you're calling him on the 10,000th watch hour, wanting that Kevin Samuels. You know,
Right.
you don't want that. You know, so
Yeah. And keep in mind, these women called him, and asked to be rated,
yeah, just yeah. Oh, let me
and
put the link in. Yeah.
okay,
No.
and not he didn't just do this with black women. That was the majority of his callers. But the first time I saw him, he was breaking it down to a white chick, telling her how unrealistic her expectations were. That was the first time I had seen him.
Mhm.
And then I started watching him from that point, and noticed how a lot of his callers were black women. But he broke it down for all women. It wasn't and because the majority of the people that called were black women, because they didn't like what he said, was why United coming with this narrative about him downing black women, when that wasn't the case at all.
Mhm.
And a lot of people that are saying that are people that didn't even watch the show and have only seen snit bits here and there. They've never watched his complete show. They've never seen the cause of women calling in, telling them how much he has helped, and how they have met men through things that he has said, and they adjusted themselves to meet the men that he said by his advice. And that was another thing that I was trying to explain to the young lady in Houston. I was like, you want someone to accept you with all your flaws and your craziness, but you don't want to do anything to address those issues yourself. You just want someone to accept you, where you are, and instead of trying to address the issues that you have, because she knew her issues. Matter of fact, before we split, she said, you knew I was messed up when we met, and I'm like, why would you not take step to correct those errors, when the type of conversations that we will have, type of arguments that we will have, you continue to not to make any strides to better yourself.
What's up, Kane? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
There
Is
you
he
go.
on?
You hear me, brother?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off what Champion said. I was like, brother,
My man,
honestly, like I'm 22, and I feel the same way as you, brother. It's like, honestly, like, as Fred knows, I just care about getting this cash, honestly. So like, I honestly can't even keep up a conversation with a female unless it's about pussy, honestly, bro. Like, I don't care about their gossip. I honestly don't care about none of it, bro. I just like, are they adding value and helping me get to this cash or what? That's honestly all I care about.
Well, at 22, of course. I mean, you're going to feel that way at 22. As you get older, that'll change a little bit. Especially when you look for your helpmeet, if you decide to go in that direction.
I pray she shows up.
Right. And that'll change, and you'll find yourself things that you didn't consider, that you will consider. Love and make you do those things.
No doubt.
So yeah, you still got time, man. You still you still got time. Yeah.
KB wants to know, did anybody see that T.I. and Kevin Samuel interview? I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah,
I got a lot
watch
of time in the car now.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching it.
Right, if I can also ask, how was your event on Saturday? I think it was Saturday, right?
Mine?
Yeah.
Last Sunday. It was
not
great.
Sunday. Saturday. I think you said you were having a dinner with your family.
Oh yeah, it went great. Thank you for asking. Thursday, because we didn't do the show for Malcolm X's birthday. Yeah, I do it every year. It's my family came out. I posted a picture on my stories and all that, if you guys saw it. It was great. About 10 of us came out, 9 of us exactly came out. My great aunt comes out, and we had a great time. And
Fred, I don't know if I can piggyback off what you posted on Instagram today.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, but go ahead.
Because honestly, bro, you're just spitting the facts, bro. I mean, I'm Hispanic, and I feel the same way. Because tell
people what you're talking about. I made like 4 posts.
Where the post with the kids with the guns and like asking where people learn that from. I mean, obviously, bro, obviously not learn that from a white person. They could be learning that from a Hispanic person. I'm Hispanic. But I mean, bro, obviously, more than likely they're learning that from people in their communities. And it's just like, how do you change that? Because like, I don't get how people don't look up to you, but they look up to these gangbangers. And it just don't make no sense.
I'm so anti-gang. Like, I'm not anti-gang where I walk up to a gang and be like, fuck you, you want some bullshit. I'm the guy that says there's another way. You know, I'm the guy that's going to interview Crip Mac. Now I'm inspired to interview Mac. You know what
Who's
I mean?
that?
Like, he's like this famous Crip guy out here in LA. And because I want people to hear me talk to him and converse with him and think like the other side is very attainable.
It should honestly be the only way.
Yeah, the other side is very attainable. You get a job, you become an electrician, you become a barber, you become a politician, you become a lawyer, bro. A doctor.
They see all these Instagram people that with flexing bottles, flexing like Floyd, like, and they're like, oh, if I work a 9 to 5, how am I gonna get that, bro? But obviously, bro, people start. I mean, bro, for me, I didn't start like that, but bro, 99% of people, they're gonna start with a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
and that's how you level up.
Yeah.
My barber who does my beard, you know, the reason why I can do my own beard, guys, but I just love the barbershop feel, so I still go, you know what I'm saying? And her son graduated from college, University of San Francisco, and her daughter is going to Clark, Atlanta, and she did this.
That's the one you posted, right?
Yeah. And she did this as a barber. So I don't want to hear like it can't get done. And the dad is very involved in their life. You know, he did some time, came out. He's very involved, you know, and it works. You understand what I'm saying? So
let me say this real quick, man. That narrative that the black man is a deadbeat, man, that's false. You know, when I was going through my issues, custody, you wouldn't believe the number of brothers that I met in the court systems fighting to be involved in their children's lives. And actually, you know, because I was running into these guys, into certain individuals so much, you know, we ended up becoming friends. But that narrative is false, man. You know, that's something that they keep pushing, but it's not true at all.
Do the mother of your kids do you ever have conversations about regret about going through that whole process?
You know what, man? That was such a crazy situation. I had to, you know, children are very observant. I thought that she didn't notice the anger and hatred that I had. I thought she didn't notice it, but she did notice it. And I thought, because I was always cordial to her mother around her. Mother eventually apologized to me, saying that she apologized for that she was messed up during that time. You know, I knew that there's strength and forgiveness with everything that, you know, she did. I had to accept her apology, you know, in order to let that go. You know, we don't have conversations now because, you know, my daughter, of course, is, you know, once my daughter got into those double numbers, I began to have less and less, you know, interaction with her, you know, once my daughter got into those double numbers. Because then it wasn't, you know, it was, I'm going to see my dad, or I want to see my, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't her controlling everything, you know. But that's all she said to me when you know, when it was all over, was that, you know, I'm sorry, I was messed up during that time. You know, it was crazy, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, it just hit me. It'll be 4 years I've known you when I met you in person at the Ocampo fight, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I met you and your daughters. June. I just looked it up. June
Oh,
18th,
really?
2000, June 16th, 2018. It was
That's
4
crazy.
years.
That's crazy.
It just hit, I just looked at it right now. Just looked at
Ah,
it.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
Oh, we
wild.
got a call. Who this? Who this? It's 310. See, 267 won't call in. I told him to send me the $2,000 and he won't call in tonight. You see what I'm saying? I said, it's fight week. I need that $2,000. I ain't going to have this dude come in on Sunday and wins. Nah, that money got to be in the air. As Anthony Joshua say, these belts go in the air. You know
Who's
what I mean?
calling right now, Fred?
No, it's not. It's 310. What's up, man?
You running?
What's up, Fred?
How you feel, dog?
What's up, champ?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Pretty good. I just want to say checks and balances, man.
Whew.
I watched it on Friday. Hey, it was a good movie.
Thank you, man.
Most definitely, man. I meant to tell you that, Fred, when I first came on, man. Most definitely.
I'll give you a second to talk about it, champ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the format of it too. You know, I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it was cool, man. Jumping in scenes, clapping those who need to be clapped. I mean, it was powerful, and I think, man, a lot of people need to watch it.
Man, y'all need to watch it, man. Y'all gonna be so like, y'all gonna be on one. You watch it, gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful. Like it's just over 24 minutes, but you packed a lot in that 24 minutes, and it was just. I enjoyed it. I'm I sent it to my mom. I told her, order it and watch it. She's all the way in Mississippi. But yeah, man, I like it. I'm gonna have to watch it again so I can get more details.
Please.
I remember. I don't want to get too much, but I know Charleston White said it was done, and I was trying to figure out, did he clap somebody?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, watch the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I just wanted
The first scene. The first scene.
Mm-hmm. First scene.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Zimmerman scene. I like, the Breonna Taylor cop stood out the most.
Yeah, he's strong, right?
That mindset of that cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah.
That was deep. But yeah, congratulations, man. It was cool.
Thank you, dog. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And thank you for sharing it with your mother. Thank you.
All right, man. Peace.
Oh, that's love, dog. Yeah, champ. You might as well double down on it, champ.
Yeah.
Double down on it. Put some dubs on it for me, champ. Put some dubs on it, dog.
Yeah, I watched it twice, man. It's pretty good, man. The fact that you have the resources to make your own films, man. That's respect in itself. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. The story, man, is really good. I like the inserts of what Biden was saying in the beginning, and my girl's in it, Liz. So, but I like how you use the everyday workers. You know what I'm saying, to be a part of. Oh man, that was slick. That was slick. That was slick, man. Yeah. I matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it again with my daughter. She had to go to work, so me and Erica, we gonna sit down and watch it together, and I'm gonna send it to Ariel so she can check it out.
Please do. Please send it to her, man. It's important. It's important that we watch this film, man. You guys have never seen a film like this. Never.
Right.
Hollywood will only go 70%. They won't go 100.
They won't go 100%. You know what? You're right about that, because even though the movie that Nate Parker did, what was it? Not American, not the other one. Not American.
12 Years a Slave.
What's the other? No. He did
Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. Yeah, he didn't go 100% with that. He could have, but he did. And I kind of felt that he was kind of holding back, on some of that. But yeah, you're right. The Hollywood, they won't go 100%. Not at all. But yeah, man, and that's just the fact that being independent, man, you can do your own thing.
You can do your own thing.
Yeah, do your own thing, man.
Yeah. And I want to say thanks to everyone. Kane, have you watched it yet? He packing.
Is he? Oh, he's packing. Oh, okay.
What was I gonna say?
My bad, brother. I bought it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, good. Man, forgot what I was about to say. Damn it. He and I spoke to Nate Parker 2 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I want him to interview me about the film. Let's have a conversation. I say it is so important that you interview me. It is so important.
Yeah, what's crazy is speaking of the conversations that we have here was in the film.
That's why everybody needs to
damn.
go watch the film.
Yeah, I was damn. Yeah.
I told everybody in the barbershop needs to go watch the film because you're gonna be like, I remember we talked about that.
Right. Yep.
I remember, dog. I remember us crying for a whole show about this topic, dog.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, man, if you are part of the barbershop, Checks and Balances is about us, man. I'm not lying. I'm not BSing you. I don't need your money that bad. I want your support. You know what I mean? I want you to buy it one time and send it to your whole entire family. You know what I mean? Hey, if that's how we got to get it out, that's how we got to get it out. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping, but everybody needs to see this film. Buy it one time and share it. You know what I mean? Dub it. You know, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But make sure your whole entire family sees it, because if you are consistently in the shop and you don't watch Checks and Balances, I don't like it's the whole show. It's the whole show, man. It's the whole show.
Yeah. And that the love that you showed to your brother X that passed away.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
That was cool, man, that you were able to do that, you know.
I would do it for all of us. I would do it for all of us.
Not too many of us can do that where we can actually, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I would do it for all of us. If you pass, hopefully it's years down the line, I would do it for you.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Anybody, like my next film, I'm gonna do it for Batman. You know what I mean? Like the reason why I haven't did it, because I know Kyle wants to come in. He's in Vegas with his wife, so that's why you guys said because Batman was a good friend of Kyle's, and so that's why I was waiting. But yeah, we lost Batman this weekend. I don't know how.
I haven't heard the details. I first saw it when Drew Titan.
He posted it.
First posted it.
And so I have questions just like y'all, but I know I used to see him training his son. You know.
Yeah, man, that's something, man. Golly.
Wow. Yeah, it's very painful because that one interview that y'all saw with Gary Russell when he went in on Floyd Mayweather, that's because of Batman. Batman told Gary to call me. And I met Gary in Bakersfield or whatever it was, that fight. And we went to his hotel room. We had a great time. And, you know what I mean? So I'm going to miss Batman. I love that man. I'm going to miss him greatly.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good cat.
I love his pop-ins, you know? And he's going to be missed. And so we'll do the 10 count when Kyle come in. You know, I was just waiting for Kyle to do it. I'm not gonna miss out on an opportunity to honor him.
Right. He coming in. He be in tomorrow, or he?
Maybe he'll be in tomorrow. I know he went to the fight because I saw his stories, so I know he went to the fight. John Page, Batman. Yeah, Batman Pat. There's two Batmans in our chat. Not Baltimore Batman.
Right, John Page.
Oh yeah, they both from Baltimore. I'm sorry, but truck driving Batman is still alive. You know, Gary Russell Batman passed. You know, so
yeah,
man. So yeah, and who he's speaking of is Xavier Porter. He was a great friend of mine. I met him because of Barack Bass, the boxing bully. He introduced us to each other for the Ward Kovalev 2 fight, and we've been friends ever since. He actually lived on 116th and Lenox Avenue, which is the same street where Malcolm X's mosque was, mosque number 7, temple number 7. And we've been friends ever since. And just a great guy. I'm going to miss him dearly. You know, he was the guy that would call me after my tumultuous weekend. Y'all never really, I hid a lot because once the camera come on, I become journalist Fred.
You brought the brother on the show, man. We never got a chance to meet the brother.
Xavier, right?
Yeah.
He was supposed to come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was supposed to come on. And we've been saying it for a long time, but y'all don't see me when the cameras are off. I be fighting and yelling and arguing and debating and holding my, but I never took a step back. I never took a step back against the monsters, you know. And he would always call me like, man, what's going on? What's going on, famo? You know, he got that. He's from New York. You know, he got that New York language. And he would always call me and support me. Man, I would be the weekends I had, especially the last 2 years of me with the credential.
Right.
Rough. I mean, really rough. And the black fighters and the black promoters and the black managers, they didn't have my back. They didn't have my back at all. You know, and the black advisors, everybody, most people, you know, they just saw it and they turned their back, you know. So, and I'm not talking about just PBC. I'm talking about Top Rank. I never really covered Golden Boy as much. I did in the first half of my career because they were local. It was cheaper to cover them. But between Top Rank and PBC, people just sit back and just take it, you know. And people want them credentials that bad. People want to be accepted really, really bad, you know. Even the white, but how other people see it is, we get rid of Fred, we get more clicks. You know what I mean? We get rid of Fred, we get more interviews. He's an asshole anyway, you know what I mean? So
yeah, so they were looking at it more as a competition.
And I never saw it as that, you know.
Right.
I never saw it as that. I've let every media member you've heard on camera borrow money. I'm not lying. Every media member you've ever you've seen interview has borrowed money from me in Vegas. Some paid back, some didn't. I'm not lying. Swear to God. You know, or needed a ride somewhere, or was stuck in Vegas and I drove them back. You know, like, and you know, so every entity, you know, you name, they borrowed something from me. So, and I never personalized it. You know, I just stood on principles. You know, I never attacked the person. I just attacked the principle. You know, like, that's wrong. Like, even on YouTube, I don't attack the person. I attack the principle. Like, you're wrong. Like, I ain't never did a video. You fat slob. You this. That's corny. I just think you're wrong because I don't believe your stance on this. So, but yeah, man, it was a good ride though. It was a good ride. I'll be back because I'm definitely taking a break from creating the month of June and July. Definitely June because I got to deal with the house stuff.
Right.
2 weeks from today, I'll be in my new office. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
we'll get a new background instead of this.
They won't let him out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. You know what I mean? So,
disappear. When you back on from the computer, you disappear.
I know. That's why I be coming. That's why I make mistakes to come back in. You know. And, but yeah, it's
yeah. Next time I'm in LA, man, you got to give me a tour.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. How often next time you coming?
You know what? I may be coming for the matter of fact, I was listening to Tariq the other day and he was talking about the museum and they finally found a spot.
Where
That's awesome. He said where, because he thought he was gonna have to put it in Atlanta. But he did find a spot in LA. He said they're not gonna have to do a lot of renovations to it. You know, and I'm definitely gonna be there for the opening on that.
That's a year away though. That's
a year away. But I you know my uncle is there.
Yeah,
but he actually moved. You know, he was over there off of Hoover, but he moved to what did he move to? Is it
oh Jesus.
Shit.
San Bernardino, Riverside.
Oh man, where you were running for
Whittier.
Yeah, he moved to Whittier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he moved to Whittier.
Yeah. He got out the city, huh?
Yeah. Well, because you got a situation going on with his granddaughter, and he didn't want her to be in the system. And there's some issues, concerning her, her mother, and her father. So he kind of wanted to put her in a better environment to give her a chance, because she, her mother has been raising her a certain way, and you know how a child needs to be in a child's place, and
Right.
the way that her mother was raising her, man, she's too fast for her age, and if something's not done, she's gonna end up pregnant at a young age, so he's got to try and revert some of the things that this little girl has been exposed to, so hopefully,
Oh my God.
what's up?
They said, I'm just reading it. I appreciate you sending this to me. Drew Titan has the article. Batman was killed, and they
What?
have arrested the kid that killed him. He was 20 years old.
What? Are you serious?
Jesus Christ. What?
Fred, if I can chime in for 1 second.
Yeah.
It's just like, how does a 20-year-old kill? Like, just how does that even happen? Like, how does a kid 2 years younger than me decide, you know what, I'm just going to spend my life in jail for a couple of years?
Golly.
That's life. That's 25.
Yeah.
That's 25.
Damn.
That's 25. That's automatic 25.
Yeah.
My cousins did 22 for
So
murder.
they don't know the details yet, but they do know that a young cat killed him.
Oh, they have the article. I'm pretty sure the article will be circulating through the community.
Fred, what was that quote that you posted earlier of Tupac?
Oh yeah, he said it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here.
I don't. Was it a black person that killed him?
I'm willing to
I
bet
have no
that
idea.
it
I'm
was.
honestly have no.
I don't know, but I'm just saying. I would take a leap of faith and say yes. But we never understand it until it knocks on our door. Like I understand. I am so emotion. I get emotionally wrecked. Like y'all remember the Ahmaud Arbery? That Ahmaud Arbery situation hit me so close to home because that's basically my life. I get up every morning. When I used to walk Lincoln to school, I would start my running route. And majority of that neighborhood is black, but we still have white people in the neighborhood. But still, just the fact that you can run and lose your life by being, that shit really hit home for me. And I have that same energy. I just think we need to have the same energy when these black people, because they're so close to our home, we need to ostracize these men, because when it's not accepted, people won't do it.
Yeah.
People don't brag about raping women. People don't brag about stealing from grown people don't brag about stealing from little kids. Because it's not accepted. And that's what we gotta be, so it's just awful, man. We will be impacted more. 134 black people were murdered by police officers. And you probably want to cut that number in half about carrying weapons. I carry the same pain. I just think we need that same energy we put into the Breonna Taylors and the Ahmaud Arbors and the Sean Bells, and we need to put that in these damn gangbangers, and these drug dealers that are just destroying our fucking community, man. Just literally just in perils, man. These.
I definitely agree with that, but we can't disregard the fact of proximity. You murder, kill, beat, rape who you're around. I don't buy into the black on black crime term that's being used to demonize us, because all groups kill and hurt each other. In the Asian communities, you have Asian gangs, the triads.
Mm-hmm.
And in Hispanic communities, you have Hispanic gangs. So and in these communities, they all kill one another, they all hurt each other. It's the same thing. Why is it when we do it, it's highlighted so much? Is that by design or what?
I don't think it's by design. I just think it's if you put it in those terms, I do believe that the numbers will be higher with black on black crime, but I think they're just so disproportional. Because when you say, and I've had this conversation in my head at least 900,243 times, and because I drive through black neighborhoods and Mexican neighborhoods every day of my life. That's how I make my money,
Right.
And that means a piece of that argument says we can't be civil around each other. We don't have the capacity to be civil or problem solve because the numbers are so disproportionate. Like when a person got killed in front of my gym. Remember, did you see my post on that?
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that.
About 10 feet from my car, 10 feet from my car where I parked. And I say hi to that man every day. Every day. Every day. I say hi to that man walking into the gym. He washes cars. And a black man walked up to him in the middle of my workout and killed him. And how I know is the gym just emptied out. I have headphones on, so I can't hear nothing.
Right.
I have headphones on. Maybe they heard a gunshot, or maybe they heard someone scream, or someone ran in and said someone shot the guy. I have no idea. And that's lack of problem solving.
Yeah, you have a point.
So that imbalance. I don't know what the number is. Is it so I lean on accountability just to solve everything.
The problem sum. I have a certification in dispute resolution. So you write about the ability to problem solve, because one thing that being taught as with dispute resolution is you have to know how to calm the situation before it elevates, and that's just a matter of tone. If you match someone's tone, then that affects the situation. But if you don't match their tone, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Then the results of it escalating are a lot lower than it would if it did. Now there are situations where then there's no way out of it. This person has made up their mind what they're going to do, and you have to do what in order to protect yourself accordingly. But in a lot of situations there are ways to de-escalate. Now you were saying that the numbers are so far above. I mean, the last time I checked, white Americans kill each other at 87%?
No, I'm talking about like black crime versus white crime in our community.
Okay, right. That's what I'm saying. So white Americans kill each other at 87%. So how far off is that from the rate that black people kill one another? That's my point. My thing is, if you turned on 2020 right now, you would probably see a story, of a white man killing his wife to be with a younger chick for an insurance policy.
No, I understand that. I don't necessarily compare the black plight to the white plight.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, when they kill one another, why isn't there any type of demonizing terms that they use for us? You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I don't value it though. See, I'm the guy that don't value what they do on the other side of the fence. You know what I mean? Like I talk about it because it's a talking point.
Right. I'm that same way. I don't think we need their approval. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
In my
But
real life, I'd be like, fuck them. I put my head down and I go, you
right,
know, and I think that's the easy conversation for us to have. You know, why is it this way and it's this way for us? I think that's a low frequency in 2022. In 1960, that may have been a little bit different, you know, because we wasn't legally, but legally, even though they still create rules and it's still competitive, legally we have grounds to be civil towards one another. You know, there are jobs in our community. There are ways to be an entrepreneur in our community. There are ways to say, you know what, I'm not going to kill this black man today. You know, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I know I'm embarrassed. You know, it is what it is. You know, like I always want to use myself as the example. You know, if I had my thing on my hip, the reason why I had it in my bag because I had to weigh in. You get what I'm saying? If Kenny Porter would have hit me when I had the thing on my hip, Kenny would be dead or shot. You understand what I'm saying? But I made the conscious decision. Listen to what I'm saying. I made the conscious decision not to react because then I would have been liable if I would have went in my bag and do that. So, but I left with the embarrassment. I left with the embarrassment. I said, you know what? I got to suck it up. He got me. I didn't want to.
Right.
Was I cussing? Was I banging the damn steering wheel? Was I mad? But I tell you one thing. If he had did it before the weigh-in, he wouldn't be here today. And I would be right. I would be. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I had the wherewithal to have the foresight. You understand what I'm saying? I had the foresight to say, you know what? I just want to fight now. Because I'm trying to find a place to put my bag in a safe place because, you know, no one knows what's in the bag. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to oh man, I got this thing on me and, you know, and I gotta respond to this dude and I'm trying to find a safe place to put it so no one grabs it and take it. And,
right.
You know, and, you know, it is what it is, man. But, you know, I had the foresight to say, you know, I'm not going in the bag to do this because now it could be interpretation on my part. So I chose not to do it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if he had did that before the weigh-in, I would have popped him. No doubt about it. I've done it. I haven't shot anybody, but I've pulled on somebody before. You know what I mean? I have property. What the fuck you want me to do? Like, you know what I mean? I charge my Tesla at 2:00 in the morning some nights. You know what I mean? I'm not playing no games. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the reality of it. You know? And I think that decision that I made should be a decision for all of us, white, black, Asian, Mexican. You understand what I'm saying? And it is what it is, you know. I just think
that, you know, that's you have to. That's something that has to be a part of you. You have to be taught, you know, certain things. I think that, and I was saying this in the chat that well, no, I did. Yeah, I said this in the chat that the seed has been planted for type of behavior that we, you know, that the majority of us display. And although that seed has been planted, you know, we don't have to cultivate it, but we have cultivated it. You see what I'm saying? And that self-destruction,
right,
you know, breeds from one generation to the next. You You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's the seed that's been planted that we cultivate from one generation to the next.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you made that conscious decision.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When and that's one of the learning points and one of the things in dispute resolution that I've learned, that when a situation occurs, you have to make a conscious decision on how you are going to address this situation to de-escalate it.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in in these classes, these are the things that that I learned. And you have to, like you said, you had to walk away, with the how did you put it?
The embarrassment.
With the embarrassment.
Oh, sure. I know it's going viral. And in that moment, I'm like, this shit going viral.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit. And but it was planned. I know it was planned because someone grabbed my hand. I watched the video and I said, how the fuck I wasn't able to throw my right hand? Someone grabbed me. It was planned. It was totally planned. You know what I mean? It was planned. I'm gonna do it like this, and you gonna do it like it had to be. You understand? So and that incident is a microcosm of life. You're gonna be put in positions where you're gonna have to respond.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to respond, and you're gonna have to respond from a space of, I got to get home to my family.
Right. The way you respond could change your life forever.
But the 20-year-old that killed Batman, gone. 25, gone. 25 years guaranteed.
Right. Yeah. And that's and that's why I when cats say, oh well, I would have did it this way, or it wouldn't have been me, or that wouldn't have happened. That's not true, because you don't know how you're going to respond in that situation. I pray that I don't have to.
I don't want to be in that position.
Respond to, to a situation concerning my daughters.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it could possibly change my life forever because of how I feel about my daughters.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I do my best not to put myself in those positions. I never got, before I had a Tesla, I had a Bentley. I never took my Bentley, got gas at night. If I had to get gas, I got it at 12 o'clock.
Right.
And that was my gas for the day. If I ain't got, I'm not, how the fuck I like getting gas at 10 o'clock at night in a Bentley?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't give a fuck where. I don't give a fuck what city I'm in. What city I'm in. I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So,
I definitely understand that. I remember when I don't know if you remember when Pontiac first changed the last model that they did on the Trans Am before they went out of business. Well, I got that model in 90. It was a 94. I got it in 93. And when I would get gas, people would swarm it. I would get people like, you know what I'm saying, touching it all around it because you hadn't seen them.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, so I get exactly what you're saying. I didn't go get gas at night.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm not going to no 7. I told you, not going to no 7-Eleven at night. Nothing. Like, I ordered those chips on Amazon. I don't know if I told y'all. I ordered 15 bags or 20 bags on Amazon. You know, the ones that, remember I left that night? I don't know if you were in here that night, but
I don't think I was
went and looked at y'all told me about them chips, that it was good. I went to Amazon and ordered them.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I think we got to be more conscientious of the bigger picture. You know, just the bigger picture. You know what I mean? And know the law, know the rules, know the rules.
That's true, man. I'm glad that I was able to take that course and get that certification and know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, I mean, being an ex-fighter, you know what I'm saying? I could go that route, but in learning how to
I'm not fighting nobody. I'm telling you that right now.
Learning how
ain't fighting nobody.
I go a totally different direction.
No, I'm calling the police, and I believe in self-defense. Like, I'm not fighting, dog. I'm not fighting, man. Nah. If I'm by myself, hell nah. If I got a family or something and it's an immediate threat, maybe. But if I'm by my friend, ain't fighting. Nah. It's gonna be a funeral. It's gonna be a funeral, or I'm calling the cops. I'm just, that's just the reality of it, man. Because, you may be like a younger version of you. I'm 44 years old. I no, Fred ain't doing that. No. No, man. And I know the threats that are out there. But I don't live my life as a threat. I live my life as a human being. Like, I believe in humanity. That ain't my first thought. I don't look at a black man and be like, man, I just want to kill that nigga. I ain't never had that thought in my life. I swear, I ain't never said, I just want to kill a nigga today. Never. No Mexican, no Asian, no man. No man. But I'm not. And then in my car, everything is recorded anyway. You know what I mean? I keep that button on just for that matter. You know.
Dude,
so
when I'm in LA and I'm over there on Hoover, my head is on a swivel.
Yeah, that's why when I be doing my videos, I swear to God, I be doing my video.
My head is on a swivel, and I love my people. You know, but my head is on the swivel.
Man, champion heart. I be parked doing my videos. When I be turning like this, dog, I'm in a neighborhood somewhere. I ain't lying. I ain't lying, dog. I ain't lying, man. I don't. You know, I'm conscientious, but I'm not the guy that's bragging about. Nah.
And you know what? I've actually taught my daughters that. Ariel, man, she is always aware, and I tell her,
you gotta
always be aware of your surroundings.
You gotta be.
Don't have your face in that phone. You know what I'm saying? Always be aware of your surroundings. She's, she has her head on the swivel, man.
like now, when Kennedy drives, she's valet parking everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that chance.
Right.
How much is valet parking? 100? I don't give a fuck how much it is. Here, take it. You're valet parking. You ain't going, no. We ain't playing no games. You got to walk 3 blocks to your car. And you in heels?
Another thing, I always tell my daughters to back into a spot.
Always. Oh, man. Hey, dog. The older you get, oh my God. I used to go straight in, dog. Go straight in, dog. Oh my God. The older, I think I was like 40. I was like like, oh, I gotta back in now, dog. It's the weirdest shit ever, dog. You be thinking about this shit, dog. I'm glad I'm not the only one, dog. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I be on that too. When I'm doing videos, I'm backed in. Oh, for sure. It's no cars behind me. I'm against a wall, and I don't want no one sneaking up from behind me. None of that, dog. Like for real. Like no lie. It's the craziest shit ever. When I do my videos, if I do videos in the morning after I drop the kids off, I'm backed in against the wall. No one can come by me. I swear to God, I ain't lying. Tell the God honest truth, man.
Yeah, man.
And
it is what it is.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my life in a nutshell, man. And I think everyone should protect themselves because I really think California needs to do something about the Second Amendment. I remember when I bought my house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted this cop to explain to me. He says, if you don't have 2 feet in your house, you're at fault. I said, oh my God, I'm froze.
You don't have 2 what?
If the cop says if let me see if I take it off. Can you see me? Damn. So the cops, can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. I can hear you.
Okay. He said if he doesn't have 2 feet in your house, he's not a threat. He only way he's a threat to you and your family is if he has 2 feet in your house. You can't shoot through a door. You can't shoot through a window. He or she literally has to be in your house. That's the law in California. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So now I got to do. So now the first thing I'm doing is recording the police department. The first thing I'm doing next Friday when I move in is calling the police department, because I want to know what constitutes being on my property, because now I have an offset. Now my property is offset. You know what I mean? Like where you got to come through a gate to my house now. So when does that constitute my property? Is it my property line? Or is it the door? Like these are real questions that I think every man needs to know. Like it's like and record the conversation when you call, you know, because I want to know the law. You know, so it's just crazy. I said this man literally got to be in my house. That's crazy. So you know what I did? So our emergency evacuation was through Kennedy's window, right?
Right.
So now I gotta have an emergency evacuation. I mean, we had to do it anyway, but the fact is I had to let the man in my house. So now we got to create an emergency evacuation based upon the house.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Dre would slide down the pole on the outside and I would throw the kids to her, and you know, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, you gotta think like this. It's really crazy that it's but that's the world we live in, man. That's the world we live in. And yeah, man, this was an awesome show.
Most definitely, man.
It was an awesome show. Kane, you out of here, man?
Yeah, you doing something.
Say one more thing.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to say if you could say a prayer for us, because we're down 3-0, and I think we're done.
I'm like, pray. I mean, I don't know. You got me on that one.
We're gonna need more than God, brother. Honestly.
Well, you and Dallas. You know, you and the Dallas Mavericks. So,
man, forget them boys. Man, the Panthers need us bad, man. It's sad. It's sad times down here. It's sad, man. At least the Heat got our back, but it's sad. Brother, have a good one as always.
I appreciate you,
man. Take care, brother.
All right.
You as well, champion.
All right now. All right, my brother Fred, I'm out of here, man.
It's all love, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Say a prayer for Batman's family, the Russell family, his son.
Most definitely, man.
And you know, it's just that important. So
most definitely.
I don't think the song is gonna work. Can you hear me fine, champ?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just delayed. I don't know why I'm delayed. I got a full battery. If
the song works, you know, in the words of my brother DB, man, play the song, brother.
Okay. Love y'all, man. This was an awesome show, man.
Most definitely, man.
Every man that hears my voice, man, go learn the laws about self-defense, man, in your city, because it changes from county to county.
Right.
I just want y'all to know that.
Yep.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Don't think if you go from Jefferson County to Montgomery County, laws may be different.
Yeah, but you know what? They were adjusting the concealed handgun laws where you could carry in different states.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they were adjusting those where you could.
California is so far behind.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I've accepted. It's just a misdemeanor in Los Angeles, so I'll take the misdemeanor. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. So, you know, like, I'll take the misdemeanor. You know, so.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you didn't load the Tetratini episode. When you get 10, load that up.
Yeah, for sure. I did. I downloaded it to my phone, but I don't know why it didn't upload. Because every time I do the show, I download it while the show is going, and I don't know why it wouldn't upload, man. But I'll do it. I'll take care of it. Yeah, I'll do it.
We got another one. We got a good one next week, man. We got the rosemary chicken with the dirty rice. That was
Tuesday.
That was Tuesday. You should have that one already.
Oh shit.
Resend
it, dog. Resend it. Because I didn't see it in the group.
All right, Ariel, send it to you again.
I'll get it.
All right, my brother. Salute to you, man.
I love you, man. Appreciate you. All right. Man, I appreciate y'all coming. I don't know. See, I don't know why People Hernandez. I'm trying to put you on the screen, man. I'm trying to put you on the Summer Jam screen, but it ain't happening. Kevin Brower, man, I can't scroll up or nothing. God damn. Why my computer acting funny, man? There we go, Jay Gibson. Birdman, I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Calm, I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And I can't see the chat. But I know KB is in the building. I know Tone Brown. Tone Brown, man, what's up, big homie? I can't see the chat, man. But we got big homie Coop. Who else is in there? Oh, gosh. Damn, man. Champion Heart, I thank you guys. I ain't no boxing. Thank you. Appreciate you. I genuinely appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for coming in here tonight. It's all love, man. Yeah, it's a good show. Very good show tonight. We didn't even talk boxing, should I? Earl Spence validated David Benavidez, man. I thought that was interesting, you know, because everybody wants him to fight his big homie. You know, shout out to Earl Spence. Earl Spence is at the Dallas Runaway today. He's making his rounds as a world champion, man. That's awesome. Deontay Wilder gets the statue, the 26. That's beautiful. Congratulations, Deontay Wilder. Hey. Tank Davis and Rolly reminds me of two of my students that's going to fight after school, and I got to break up the fight. I ain't lying, man. It don't seem like a fight. It don't seem like a prize fight. It seemed like two high school kids, man. Love y'all, man. It's going to take a minute. Appreciate you, Jay Gibson. There we go.